My friend said his grandfather never left that house. I wasn't planning to write this, but I saw a post earlier about haunted houses and it hit me like a punch in the gut. I haven't thought about that summer in years, but now I can't stop. I grew up in a small Bulgarian town, and when we were teenagers we used to go exploring old factories, abandoned schools, that kind of thing. You know, dumb stuff. One of my friends, Miro, said his grandma had this house out in the countryside, a few kilometers from town. Nobody had lived there since his grandpa died. He said we could go there for the weekend. No one will bother us, we can drink and smoke in peace. The moment we saw the place, I got this weird feeling. The kind where your stomach sinks before anything even happens. It was one of those old one-story houses with a broken fence and a yard full of weeds taller than your knees. The windows were covered in grime, and there was this musty smell that hit you as soon as you opened the door. Inside, everything was exactly how someone might have left it 50 years ago. Old wooden furniture, yellowed lace curtains, family photos so faded you couldn't make out the faces. On the wall in the living room was a big round clock. Its hands were stuck at 12. We joked about ghosts at first like any group of teenage idiots. But after midnight, when the laughter died down and the beer cans emptied, it got quiet. Too quiet. Around 1 a.m. I went outside to take a leak. I remember how bright the moon was. The air was still, almost heavy. I was zipping up when I heard footsteps behind me, slow, heavy, deliberate. I froze. Turned around. Nothing. Just the wind moving through the grass. I went back inside and told Moreau someone was walking around the yard. He looked at me dead serious and said, "That's normal. It's just Grandpa. He died here, but he never really left." I laughed at first, waiting for him to crack a smile. He didn't. Before I could even say anything, something thumped from the next room. A heavy sound like a chair tipping over. We all looked at each other. That room was completely empty. Then came another sound, a slow dragging like wood scraping across the floor. And then, tick. We turned toward the old wall clock. Its second hand, which had been frozen since we got there, started moving. Not forward, not backward, but both. Tick-tock, tock, tick, tick-tock. One of the guys said, "What the hell?" under his breath. The sound filled the room louder and louder, echoing off the walls like there were 100 clocks ticking out of sync. That's when the lights flickered. No one said a word. We just ran outside. We lit cigarettes with shaking hands. The night felt colder now, like the air itself had changed. Moreau lit one extra cigarette and stuck it upright in the dirt. "For Grandpa," he said quietly. We stood there watching it burn. The tip glowed red, then faded, then red again, like someone was taking slow drags. When it burned down to the filter, Moreau just stared at the ash. After a while, we decided to go back in. The living room felt different, heavier somehow. The air smelled faintly like smoke, though none of us had smoked inside. And the clock, it was working again. The hands were moving, smoothly. 2:57 a.m. We just stood there staring. And when the hands reached 3 o'clock exactly, the ticking stopped. That perfect silence, I still remember it. You don't notice how loud silence can be until it feels alive. Miro's face went pale. He just said, "He's gone," and walked outside. We left not long after that. None of us said much on the way home. It's been years and that house is probably gone now, but sometimes when I'm up late and the world's dead quiet, I swear I can hear that same clock ticking. Tick-tock.